Oh, actually, that reminds me. On our last episode, you talked about spoilers for, I think it was My Hero, and I had to. And what I did in my like editing magic is I dubbed some Yuhaba like audio. So
Incredible.
So randomly, you're just about to explain something, and then it's just like Yuhaba Soul Society, and I'm just there like nodding along, like yeah, like
That's incredible. I love that so much.
yeah. I think it's on YouTube. Like if you go to our channel, I feel so sorry for like any audio listeners. I think I did put it in description as well.
さあ、戦おうか。我が名はユーハバッハ。
Perfect. Perfect. It almost makes me want to do more stuff that shouldn't be said on the podcast just to get wild dubs put over me.
Anytime there's like a bit of cursing as well, I tend to use Happy's like wow. Like, yeah. But yeah, I thought you might like that one.
I do. I really got a giggle out of that.
Welcome to another brand new episode of Undisputed Anime. This is the podcast where we love to talk about anime and give you some recommendations. I am your host, Zane, Taichou, captain when it comes to anime recommendations. And as always, I'm joined by my best friend, Mr. Susu Day.
That's me. I'm Susu Day.
Oh, how you doing? You good?
You know, it's a bit later in the day than I'd usually be doing a podcast. There is a darkness here, but not necessarily a bad thing.
Nah. We're heading into winter time, aren't we? Like we're in the thick of the fall.
Yeah, the clocks went back, so you know now we're dealing with it. We're just dealing with it.
But I think it's a great time to kind of get into those like comfort foods as well, right? Like the hot chocolates are coming out, pumpkin spice season.
My guy, like just so good, just perfect.
Absolutely. This week we are going to talk about what we've been watching, and hopefully you've been watching along too. But it's not too late. Make sure to jump on the bandwagon and let us know what you've been watching in the comments down below. Of course, with Undisputed Anime, which is available on a variety of different podcast platforms. Every 2 weeks, we get together, we catch up, we talk about what we've been watching and everything. And here on YouTube, we'd love it if you drop a subscribe. So do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, the like button, all that jazz. And you'll be helping us out in a big bad way. Last night, so I've got some friends who love anime and stuff, and one of them is new to the genre. Like he started watching like Free Ren like a year ago and all these other things, and he's recently caught up on One Piece.
Oh,
amazing.
Okay. Bravo.
Tried Bleach. Didn't feel like it was his lane. It's like, okay, that's fine. So now he's switching to Naruto. And last night he watched the Naruto versus Pain fight. So we did kind of a little bit of an omnibus sort of back-to-back watching. And it was interesting to kind of see his reactions to it, you know, like.
And did you watch the entirety of that fight? Because it does span a good few episodes. Like, so...
Yeah, so we watched it from the moment that Naruto arrives in Village,
Wonderful.
right up to, he doesn't know this yet, but it's the talk no jitsu moment where he visits Pain face to face.
Yeah, cool. Love that for him.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and it's like little moments that you forget about. Like it's the first time Naruto gets confirmation about for Fokage being his dad, because he's the one who reseals the Kyuubi and all that jazz.
Oh, such a fantastic, like that whole sequence of episodes is just fantastic. I know that there are still a lot of haters out there about the Naruhina thing, but that whole secret event scene of events where she finally confesses to him in the most inopportune moment, Naruto finally realizing that, oh wait, she's not just been this like friendly, she's been in love with me this whole time. Like, we got like a ton of great like flashbacks in episodes, because we obviously got to see a lot of stuff, like some flashbacks for Hinata when she was a kid and how Naruto had an impact on her. We got to it's so good. And honestly, like, it's probably one, like, up there in some of my favorite moments in the last like decade, probably, in anime. The moment where you see Pain stabs Hinata, and you see that moment of shock on Naruto's face, and then it's the transition where his eye changes.
Yeah.
In that moment, it just like, it's so smooth, and like, you're like, oh my god, this is incredible. Like, watch it. Like, I don't know what it is. I think that I'm thinking about it and I'm getting goosebumps. It's like that, just that moment where he sees the act being done, and the toad eye turns into the Kyuubi.
Yeah.
Like, it's like so good.
I mean, for starters, I got out of the chair and clapped when he's standing on top of the summoning toads with the jacket and the scroll and stuff, and I was like, yeah,
it's my boy.
Let's go. Also, I forgot the scroll had a purpose as well. Like, the whole fact that it was to do with his shadow clones being at the Toad Village and
it's a summoning scroll, isn't it? For himself.
Yeah, I was like, that is really, really cool.
What a clutch move, having a summoning scroll that summons you.
I can't get past the fight though. Like, there's some parts of that fight I'm like, this is stupid. Like, where I think he has like a block of earth and he just kind of whack-a-moles Pain on the head, and I
love
it.
Takes me out of
it.
First time the Pain gets like hit, like punched in the face, and it's like you see his whole lineage ends.
Yeah,
it's like he got punched so hard that the animation couldn't keep up with it. They didn't have enough frames,
and it's got a lot of frames already. There's
a
damn lot of frames in that already.
Yeah,
so good. Yeah, wild.
Oh, and no, I'm sorry, I'm just beating a dead horse now. Not to mention when Pain does his big old Shinra Tensei and makes the moon, and then the Kyuubi bursts out into it with like 8 tails, with the skull like almost fully manifested. So good.
We were saying like how iconic it looked where Pain looks up and Naruto is just standing there, like a weird angle sort of thing. It's kind of like a weird, I don't know how to describe it, like fishbowl look, where it's after the Kyuubi's been sealed, but he's still on that kind of like floating.
On the moon. Yeah, and he's like kind of standing, like
looking down.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Using his domain expansion.
So it's pretty cool. Excellent. Where do you want to start about what we've been watching and stuff?
I'm gonna just jump straight in there. Because I was so surprised for how much I've enjoyed this since we last did an episode. Demon Law 2099. What the heck? Why is it so good?
I wish I could tell you.
It came out of absolutely nowhere for me. Like, I had never heard of it. You suggested it, and you told me about the first episode. I thought, you know what? I'm on my own. I'm cooking. I'm gonna have some dinner. I'm gonna watch the first episode. it's so well animated for something I didn't even think I'd be watching, and it's hilarious.
It is really funny. I wasn't expecting how funny this would be.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Honestly, when because I think you'd watched the first episode, then I went ahead and watched the 2 episodes that were out, and I was like, end of episode 2 had me rolling, and then all of a sudden I had you and our other friend Ray doing the like saying similar things and stuff like that because it came out of nowhere.
I love it when you've just a gem like this sneaks up on you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is fantastic, and I think I might be an episode behind now. But like you said, the last couple of episodes, and mind of spoilers, but the fact that he can't get a job, and every interview he talks about his like triumphs in battles and stuff.
Yeah,
that are,
how he's so good at like he's good at managing wide scale like warfare and armies. And stuff, and he can like his best spell that he can use is a spell that could wipe out a whole army in one go. And the guy's just like, okay,
and the fact like by the end of it, he's like, yeah, I could be a streamer. Like,
yeah, it's just be a streamer. And he's like, hello, I'm the Demon Lord, you peasants. so good. Really, like I said, it couldn't be more pleasantly surprised by it.
Absolutely is just fantastic. What else have I been watching? Let me go back into the list and we're gushing about it again. Bleach is just on like a generational run right now.
It's
like,
just hit after hit, isn't it?
I just can't believe it. And last week, the episode where Ichigo fights Ishida, which is an anime exclusive, by the way. Like, that's not in the manga. Really surprising. And yeah, there's so many kind of like theories that I could go down, but I'm trying to resist the idea of it. I'm just really enjoying everything about this in terms of quality, and it just feels like a mini movie every week. And I guess that's because Studio Parriot created a film studio now to handle this.
And best decision they ever made.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I am looking forward to watching the newest episode tonight. And I'm excited to see I kind of know where they go with it, but all these added little extras that they've been doing, it's just fantastic.
It's great. It's great because it's like this isn't like a direct adaptation. As a result, it's like we're getting there's something exciting here for even seasoned Bleach fans. Like it's like in the previous season, we got the scenes that weren't ever animated or were never in the manga. They were just so good. And it's like usually when you find movies or other property or like other media, like they'll adapt something and they'll be like, oh well, we're gonna add our stamp onto it. We're gonna add our own a couple of things that are just in this. It's like sometimes it just kind of feels really forced.
Yeah.
But where the 1,000-Year Blood War has come in is like every addition that they've added has been just. It's been so well placed. It's never seemed like kind of too much or there for the sake of it.
Yeah, definitely. And it just feels like it feels like Kubo's been a part of this animation journey and giving extra insight and pulling things out of the novels, the light novel books and stuff, which is again really cool to see.
Yeah.
And I guess like the one of the weirdest part I wasn't expecting to like so much is like, for example, the flashback episode of sorry if I mispronounce these names. Is it Yukite and Ukitake and is it Shunsui?
And I always forget.
The captain with the eye patch and their kind of journey growing up together.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm just trying to get the pronunciation because I honestly can never remember how to pronounce it. I always remember Ukitake.
Mm-hmm.
His first it's Shunsui Kyoraku.
Shunsui magic,
But
right?
yeah, sorry, I was bothered that I never remember his name. So
I could just about remember his Bankai, like. But yeah,
but yeah,
no, that's
great
very cool.
great episodes as well. Like just great episodes. It's been so good because I do feel like, and I don't know if other people felt like this, but I feel like when we got to this point in the manga, it ended I feel like it ended in that sort of way where you feel like he's been given a deadline. He's like
Yeah.
he's told them that it's ending, and they said, okay, can you have it end by this date then?
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like there were a couple of things that happened in the like last arc which felt a bit rushed through, especially in the last like handful of chapters.
Yeah,
So it's nice to see them being able to do all this justice.
Yeah, giving things the chance to breathe and all sorts. I do see a lot of funny power scaling stuff happening though, like the fact that Chad hit Yuhaba with his like punch, and then when Yuhaba like counters, Chad doesn't exactly explode or anything.
Yeah.
He's just flung to a side, and you're like, wait a minute. Is Chad really that strong?
But you gotta keep in mind that like Yuha, Orihime, and Chad they're just humans
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And his whole, even though he obviously wants to kind of destroy what the Soul King has like maintained, his enemy isn't humans. It's Soul
Shinigami's.
Shinigamis, the Soul King, and like for the largest part, Quincy's are just humans.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're humans, so it's like it would make sense to me that he wouldn't be seeking to obliterate Orihime and Chad because his feud isn't with them.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but it's kind of like I guess it's like why when if you were to make a comparison, it's kind of like when you have a bug flying around you. It's like you're gonna have like some people who are gonna like, I need to obliterate that bug, and they go and they get their like salt shotgun out and they like do that, or it's like the other people are like just gonna swat it away.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So.
Or get a cup and just kind of move it to one side, a bit like Ginjo. He used his like sand ability to kind of like wipe out the elite Quincy's.
Yeah.
Just like, and he's like, did everyone see that?
Yes.
The guy from the fireworks just kind of took out an elite squad.
Yeah, it's absolutely unhinged. It's like, but you know, that's shonen, baby.
That is shonen. That is shonen. Anything else you've been watching?
Anything else I've been watching? I mean, I started this a little while ago. I started watching this anime that just like came out of completely nowhere. It's actually already got a couple of seasons in. I just had never heard of it before. But have you ever heard That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime? Because I've been watching it like casually, and I've been really enjoying it.
Where are you with it at the moment?
I am in the bit where they have just established like trade relations with the Beast Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
So we've been through the ringer. We've done we've helped the kids like get like spirit contracts. We're back. We're like, you know, sending envoys between kingdoms now to expand trade negotiations. So that's where we're at currently.
I got you. Mm-hmm. So I I need to kind of like finish season 3 actually, because I was watching it and I think I just put it to one side for the moment because one, I really enjoyed the dub, and secondly, there was like, I think I've just got up to like a big battle kind of thing, and I was like, I don't know if I kind of understand the aspects of this battle just yet. So I feel like I need to kind of maybe go back a little bit,
Yeah, take a couple of steps back.
digest the situation, and then kind of be like, okay, now I understand why the players are doing their thing in this.
Oh, are we talking about like the paladins? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. So
yeah, and you're struggling to make sense of what is happening, why they are acting in the way they are. Is that right?
a little bit, because I feel like there's a bit of time jumping as well, because in early part of season 3 is the paladins go to investigate the nation, and for example, one of them tries ramen. They all try ramen, but one of them's like obviously isekai there as well. So they're like, oh my god, this takes me back to Japan and everything else. And then I think at some point they've gone back, because then they're now fighting with the monsters and stuff. So I'm just kind of like, where does
What's going on here?
the what? And of course we've got Diablo like doing all sorts of shenanigans as well. So I'm just kind of, again, there's all these moving parts, and I'm just trying to get it straight in my head.
Yeah, go back and watch the dub when it's available for you, because I think it's good. It's good. I know. I've heard it said that like the latest season's been a bit lackluster compared to other seasons.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm using it as like kind of a casual watch at the moment. It's not something that I'm like kind of like doubling down on. I'm not talking about it like it's Dandadan.
mm-hmm. I think that. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's that's not what this anime is to me. I've just been. You asked what I was watching. There's, I've been tired lately, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just want to watch some anime where I know enough about it that I don't have to 100% follow everything, and it's also not like a masterpiece which I have to watch and absorb every single moment of.
That's true, and I think that might be a nice little segue as well, because Dandadan has been at the top of my list. And it's just going strength to strength. Episode 4 was like fantastically animated, with the battle of Turbo Granny and some of the other spirits on top of the train, which was so cool.
So good. It's like I just it's become everything I hoped for. Because the moment it got announced, I was like, this is gonna be a hit, because the manga itself is so good, and I think at the time it's like I think that's what a lot of it's been. I think that I don't hear people talking about Dandadan like in the manga context in the same way that they're like in the same way that they talk about like some of like the other big hits. Like people don't talk about it like how people were talking about like Bleach or Naruto or Attack on Titan or stuff like that when it was like being serialized. But it's like it's so much better than Attack on Titan. And I'd probably say that about anything, wouldn't I? So
I didn't want to cross this bridge, but they just released a trailer today for the movie. There's like there's a movie.
You can't say where the road goes, where the day goes.
Let me see if I can just find the announcement really quickly.
You see the single tear rolling down my cheek as I look out to the wind. There we go. Oh my god, it's that guy. That guy. What's he bloody called? Revi Ackerman.
So for our audio listeners, Attack on Titan: The Last Attack. There's a new trailer. The movie will include a new post-credit scenes in Japan theaters on November the 8th, 2024. Currently on screen is the trailer that's been posted to YouTube. Honestly, it looks like an extended version of the last episode, if you can call it an episode, because it was like
several episodes.
Yeah, it was like a 45-minute episode.
I can already tell you what that special post-credit scene is going to be.
Yeah,
it's going to show Aaron's. Wait a second. Wait a damn minute. I'm gonna say could be a spoiler here because I've not been following the anime. I don't know what the hell's gone on in there, but I bet that post-credit scene, spoiler alert, is gonna be at Aaron's grave, and it's gonna be all silent, and then all of a sudden, a hand's gonna reach out from the grave, and it's gonna say "to be continued?" question mark, and then we're gonna get like several more episodes of Attack on Titan.
See, for a second there, I thought you were going to say that he then wakes up and the cycle
Dream.
happens again.
No. The Master of Masters is going to show up and he's going to be like, oh, how did the Keyblade War start in the beginning anyway?
Yes.
Or, let's go one step further. Aaron's going to die and it's going to fade to black. And then it's going to slowly fade back out, and we're going to see the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. And it's going to... You're finally awake. That's my prediction, guys. That's my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen.
They wake up in that, like, where the tree was. They wake up in that sandy bit.
Yeah.
All of them. I like it. What else have I been watching? I need to catch up on Blue Lock because it's a struggle to watch right now. Believe it or not.
PNG lock, man.
There's only so many PowerPoint slides I can sit through.
I could make that myself.
Dragon Ball Daima. There's a real bit of a nuisance thing happening with Dragon Ball Daima, and I haven't heard anyone else mention this. I don't know if it's like a UK thing or what. So, Dragon Ball Daima is available on Crunchyroll and Netflix at the same time. The annoying thing is that Netflix is like a handful of episodes behind Crunchyroll and some of these other places that you may watch anime. So I think as a time of recording, there may be 6 episodes out now, but on Netflix there's like 3. And it's really, really annoying. Let me just have a quick look.
Yeah, I was just going to log on to Crunchyroll and just see myself.
So yeah, 5 episodes are currently available. And then if I go to Netflix, and like granted, if it was behind because dubbing or whatever, I'd get it, but it's not dubbed.
Oh my. Where's Daddy Netflix's money right now?
Okay, so maybe... No, I am right. It is 3 episodes. It says 4, but when you get to 4, it's the trailer.
Yeah. I'm looking at on Crunchyroll, it's showing that there are 4 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only showing 4 episodes. Unless you're watching it with a VPN and you're getting it from somewhere else. You're getting it from a different region's Crunchyroll.
Yeah, that could be... Actually, that might explain it a little bit. Because certain devices in my house have the VPN on at all times.
You know what?
So
that is the perfect gateway to segue. And I'm just going to do this, and you're going to cut all this bit out, and you're going to put an ad for Surfshark VPN.
I won't, but there's a link in the description down below. Because I ain't going to do some editing for an ad. So, if you want to check out Surfshark VPN, use our link and our code Undisputed Anime. I believe it's for 40% off. So, go ahead, use it. I've used it. Obviously, I'm reaping the benefits.
If you're watching this right now, if you're watching this currently, Zane has edited the Surfshark reflection into my glasses. So Surfshark VPN, enjoy.
So yeah, Dragon Ball Daima again. Scheduling's a bit weird. That's all I'm saying. If you're feeling the same, let me know so I'm not going crazy because I find it infuriating. But
Other
then
than
again,
that, though, have you been enjoying?
oh yeah, I love it. It's so good, and they've done like so much stuff to kind of like descale some stuff as well. Like Goku's using his power pole because his limbs aren't as long, and
He's a tiny little guy.
he's a tiny little guy, and like they've got into the demon world, and they can't fly as easy, so there's not like just random aerial.
Yeah.
Fighting.
We've not got like Super Saiyan 3 Goku like just zipping about,
Yeah,
instant translocating anywhere that he can see.
Exactly. So I kind of like the way they're getting creative with how to put these like limiters in place, shall we say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. Anything else you've been watching?
Not anime.
Okay.
Yeah. Animation? Yes. Anime? Maybe not. So
Maybe not. I'm going to throw this in there because every now and again I do watch something that's outside of the season because I'm trying to expand my
he's a connoisseur,
horizons.
a man of discerning tastes.
And I dropped you a little message earlier this week because I was like, so I've started this because I know you're a huge fan of it.
Did I read it though?
I think you did. And I was so surprised at how much I really enjoyed it. And that show is a little show called Dr. Stone.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I remember this now. I remember.
So the story goes, I think I got back late from somewhere. I can't remember where. And crawled into bed, fired at the TV as I normally do. And I was kind of like, nothing's updated yet. There's no new Dandadan. There's no Rama. Nothing's updated. And I was like, oh, do I start Dr. Stone? Like, I've always kind of been iffy about the art style, and science isn't exactly the thing that kind of jazzes me, but I've heard good things. Like, I tell you what, let me just put it on. I'll fall asleep. It is what it is. Like, no drama. I put it on and I was like, oh, wow. And then I watched like 5 episodes straight. And I was like,
so
I need to sleep.
Good.
It is incredible. It is so good.
I think when it was still being serialized in manga form, I was saying to anyone I was talking to about it, it's like it's what I really like seeing is someone taking the shonen formula and kind of like flipping it on its head a little bit.
Exactly.
And like making the main character of a shonen manga, like he's not a fighter, he's a thinker, he's a scientist, and he's gonna, as a result, solve all his problems with science. And it's like it's so good, especially when they go to such great lengths to try and like kind of ground it in the setting as well. It's like, because he's obviously got all this like modern day knowledge, and they're now in like a Stone Age like setting, and it's like, well, like, how does this make sense? And like, I know that probably there's some science in there that probably isn't quite as accurate as some more learned people might say, but like, I think there's a lot of effort being put into like kind of like make it like, this is how you could make Pepsi. This is how you could make like a fizzy juice, or this is how you'd go about making the right sort of settings for like soy sauce, or like all that sort of stuff. It's so cool.
There's so much that it takes on, especially I'm barely 20 episodes in at this point, and it's things like there's always another mystery. I think that's what's got me hooked. It's kind of the similar to an old TV show called Lost. It has like, as soon as it kind of conquers
Well, what
one
show's that?
mystery, Lost.
I don't think I've ever heard about that show in my life. What's it about?
If I try to explain it, I'm sure not only I, but the listeners would get lost as well. So there's no point in going.
He said
down
it.
that rabbit
He said
hole.
the name of the show in what he said.
Bazinga. But yeah, I feel like it has the similar sort of success formula of solving one mystery that leads to another mystery. And I'm quite surprised how quickly they do tackle some things like the elixir to awaken people. I thought that will be like the mystery throughout the whole story, but it's actually solved quite earlier on. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I understand why they've done that, because introduces more characters over a gradual period, which is kind of cool. But I was kind of like, oh wow, and then it's kind of like about weapons and stuff and making gunpowder, and like you said, someone barters to have a cola, and he makes a cola, and
Learning how to make penicillin,
yeah,
like, and stuff. All that is it's just fantastic. And seeing you talk about it now is making me like, oh, maybe I just start watching Slime and I go back to watching Dr. Stone, because it's so good. I will warn you. I know that the anime's not there and stuff, but like it will reach a point where it's like, this is starting to get wacky, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's like it starts getting a little bit like, okay,
I can kind of see that in the sense of like he invented ramen out of like weeds and stuff, and I was like, this feels slightly stretched already, because it's not like flour and stuff. It's I can see, and they keep caveat, like even he's like, this doesn't taste anything like ramen, but for all the village people, they're like, this is incredible. Like,
yeah, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life. It's like,
yeah, seasoned food has like blown them away.
and that's you know what, and that's mirrored very nicely in that time I was reincarnated as a slime, because Tempest has got like all of his great foods and
yeah. So I really love that. And yeah, I'm just surprised. And again, things like introducing Chrome, a young boy in a village who wants to become a sorcerer, and he collects like minerals and stuff. And it's like, you're not being a sorcerer. You've got the fundamentals of being a scientist right here. And it just blows my mind. I'm like, oh my god, this is incredible.
It's incredible. It's an incredible meeting of minds, because like you're kind of like, you've got this seasoned like scientific minded person who's like seeing how like scientific thought has always come to humans, no matter how primitive.
Yeah,
it's like wild. And like you think back, it's like, yeah, this is the sort of thing it would have been. It would have been seen as like sorcery, but it's not. It's like, you know.
Yeah, I could go on, but even little things like the warrior in the village has this like turning moment of like emitting that he has fuzzy eyes.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, we can make glasses. And it's kind of like that sort of 180 sort of character moment of being not only mentioning that he has fuzzy eyes, which is kind of seen as some sort of curse to them.
Yeah.
But then to have like make spectacles so he can see clearly and fight better is just like, this is incredible storytelling.
Well, like, and then I guess it also kind of humbles you as a viewer as well, because you're like, you know what, we've got it pretty good. Like,
take the littlest things. Like that
imagine living in a time where you've got bad eyesight, but glasses aren't a thing.
Yeah,
you're just like blind for your whole life.
Yeah, and then keeping that as a secret as well. Because again, his whole character arc is that he's kept that as a secret.
Yeah, because he's a warrior, and he wouldn't be able to be a warrior if they knew he had fuzzy eyes.
Exactly.
So I'm really glad you're enjoying it, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I'm really I'm in it, the thick of it. And again, we hadn't even talked about Sengoku's character and all the stuff with his dad going to space and, like you said, not interested in love, and it's just a weird shonen MC in so many ways. But I really like it.
Good. I will next time we do an episode, we can check in. I want to check in and find out where you're at.
Okay, I'll tell you where I'm at right now, which is the Empire of Might is trying to infiltrate the village, and the village has just made katanas.
Yes. Okay.
Which is kind of cool.
Okay, cool. Love that. That means you've got another cool bit coming up, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Excellent. I guess before we wrap up, I want to do Q&A. So let me see if I can find... okay, one question we had is, do we have a Mount Rushmore of worst animation anime?
Worst animation anime? Well, I mean, there are two glaringly obvious ones that are pretty recent.
Yeah. I don't know about animation. Do you have a Mount Rushmore for worst anime?
For worst anime?
Yeah. What do you think is just kind of like...
Love Hina.
Yeah.
Original. Okay, I'm not being a Ken Akamatsu hater here. Let me just make that very clear. I'm very fond of Negima. I did enjoy Love Hina when I was younger, and I didn't feel weird reading it. But the anime for Negima, the original anime for Negima, and the anime for Love Hina, objectively awful. I say objectively because I'm being kind. I think that they were bad. That they were bad. I'm trying to think other bad. Are those the ones that stand out so badly in my head that I'm like, no.
I'm just going through
my Mount Rushmore
anime.
only has two heads. And they're both Ken Akamatsu, and he's going to knock on my door and he's going to have a gun.
Oh, as you're looking up, I completely forgot. I watched One Piece Fan Letter.
Oh, amazing.
It was incredible. And I'm not a huge One Piece fan, but I was completely blown away by it.
It's great seeing it all from a different perspective.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. I was absolutely spellbound, shall we say.
Spellbound, great word for it. Sorry, I'm just having a quick look on my list here.
Yeah.
But my anime list is massive, so I don't know.
Yeah, me too of us. I'm just trying to see if I can pick something out. I'm sure that I've got...
Do I say something just like controversial? Just
I'm sure there's I've got like a drop-off list. Let me have a quick look. Oh, yeah, straight away. Baki and Baki Hanma. Disgusting. No. No. That is number one in my Mount Rushmore. I hate... Oh, no. I'm sorry to all the Baki fans out there, but it is not a good fighting anime whatsoever.
I can 100% agree with that. I'm in K's at the moment. I'm just going. I'm going.
Let me have else. What else have I dropped?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of things that like I was watching and it was so bad that I didn't continue watching. And I'm sure there's been many things, but nothing's coming to mind right now, which is annoying because it's been asked of.
Ninja Kamui, absolutely criminal, because the first two, maybe three episodes, incredible animation, and then it switches to CGI and it is just gross. So no thank you. Easily taking a spot in my worst anime Mount Rushmore.
Okay, I have one. It's pretty controversial for me anyway.
Yeah. I'm listening.
The Soul Eater anime.
What?
You don't know what I know. If you go away and you read the entirety of the Soul Eater manga and then go back and watch the anime.
Okay.
Do that, and we're gonna swing back around. We're gonna swing back around because we were robbed.
I mean, I know it needs like a Brotherhood reboot, like that's, but I wouldn't say it's the worst thing.
It's not the worst for me. It is bad.
I can see what you mean about it, us being robbed and stuff, but
no.
I thought of one more actually.
Go on, lay it on me. It can't be It can't be as hot take as what I just gave with my name on the internet.
I want to say it's called Link. No, it's not called Link Click. It's called Link something. Came out. Fail Link. Fail Link.
He's typing. He's searching.
I got it. It's. I'm close. I can feel it. Here it is. Failure Frame.
Failure Frame.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Awful first episode. I was really excited for this as well because it was all about like a school bus of kids getting isekai'd and the MC finds out he's the weakest, but then he gets thrown away into a dungeon and he finds out like he actually has a secret ability and blah 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 blah. And like the first episode was just horribly animated. Like it was just not the one. Ugh. That's kind of more recent.
It's just, there's a lot of anime out there, and I've consumed a lot, and I always try and see a silver lining in stuff. I don't go into things expecting them to be like kind of perfect, and I'm willing to kind of hand wave away a lot of the haters about stuff because we often have situations where things don't quite hit as hard as the original source material. But yeah, I guess I'm measuring bad anime by like my disappointment in them.
If I was going to go on disappointment, it would be the spiciest episode ever.
Maybe that's where we go next time.
Because that would be one ranty episode. Yeah. Even now, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it because I know it'll just upset people. I don't want to be that guy. No, thank you.
That's my job.
Maybe the old me was a bit of a troll, but not today. Not now. No. I guess the last one, because I haven't picked 4. My last one would be Kuroku's Basketball. Might be a hot take. It wasn't bad animation. I found it really boring, which is weird because it's sports anime with basketball and stuff. So
and you love sports anime.
I like sports anime and I like characters, but something about that show I just couldn't click with.
Shame. I've never watched it, so
I think it's on Netflix as well. I'm pretty sure it's dubbed, but yeah,
they paid a cheap price to get
it. Talking of cheap prices, did you know it's free to subscribe? Make sure to hit us a star rating on your favorite podcast platform, and drop a like on the video.
So professional. What a beautiful segue. That was insane. Like, have you have you done a podcast before? Because like that was like a seasoned professional would segue that good.
The tee up, I just grabbed it. I was like, I'm taking this.
Wow. If you watch watch or listen to a podcast for any reason, make it be how well queued up that segue was. Because honestly, never seen anything like it in my life.
Like a pro.
Right.
Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Susie Day, any final words from you?
It's okay to have opinions about anime. We're all different. We all have different opinions of things, and not everything is going to be a hit for every single person. And I'm sorry if I hurt anyone's feelings by saying that I think that the Solia anime is bad, but it really disappointed me. I don't dislike it as bad as I dislike Attack on Titan.
It's a different type of hate.
Attack on Titan, I dropped off because the story got too convoluted for me, and it felt I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. Solia is on there because I love Solia. Like I love the manga so much, and I was just hurt by the anime. So
I'll definitely start rereading it because
it's a job now. You need to, because I need you to know. I need you to see things from my perspective. Otherwise, it just sounds like I'm a crazy man shouting at the sky about something I didn't like. And I at the very least, if you read it and you then watch it again, and then you come to a different conclusion to me, at least then we can have a conversation about it, and maybe you could change my mind. Maybe you can convince me to re-watch it, and maybe I'll feel differently now I've got like a couple of years on me. And by a couple of years, I mean a lot of years on me.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Plus they've started doing them in hardback manga covers as well.
It's just an excuse for you to buy more manga.
So add that to the Christmas list. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And
thank you.
Make sure to lock in, and we'll see you in a fortnight. Peace.